Hello, everybody. We are live. Hey, John. Let's get everybody in. Turn my sound down. Sorry, I took a nap. Get all my stuff close. Hi, Richard. Death Seekers Paranormal Investigations. Hi, how you doing? True Reflux. Can't say your name. Hi, True. Hi, Alex. Let's let a few more people get in. There's something behind you. Yes, it's called a wall. Get my snacks ready. Something moved behind you. It's probably my cat. He's being very rambunctious tonight. He keeps running into my stand. Move, Cass. Hope everybody had a good week. Or Toby. Yeah, it might be Toby. He's been active. All right, you guys, if you read the post, you know that tonight we're talking, the first hour is going to be open mic and talk about anything you want, paranormal. And then we're going to end it up with building of an effective team, how to build a team. So I think it's going to be a good night tonight. We have some new people on tonight. Some people I've talked to throughout the week that said they were going to join us tonight. So I think it's going to be a good show. So you guys bring your questions, bring your comments, your stories, whatever you want. It's open mic night. So whatever you want to do. And I'm going to try my best to pay attention to the messages so we can keep y'all going. What are you doing? My cat's going nuts. All right. No include. It's a window. There's a window behind me. Yeah. What's your last experience with paranormal things? I don't know what you're saying there, True. My last experience with paranormal things, I guess, would be Toby. We have a spirit friend here in our house that we invited years ago. It's a little boy spirit. I affectionately named him Toby. And he's been here ever since. And I'm going to talk a little bit about that. So, and during the open mic part, we're going to talk about what Toby's been doing for the last few days. He hadn't been doing much at all for a while, but for the last few days, he's been pretty active. So we're going to talk a little bit about that tonight as well. Some of his little shenanigans. How did you know he is a boy? Where we were doing the investigation at when we invited him, we were doing a local investigation at a residence, and the owners of the home wanted the spirit gone, so we did a cleansing. And throughout the investigation with K2 Q&A and with flashlight Q&A, we found out that it was a 9-year-old boy. Or that's what he told us anyway. But so seeing how it was a child, when we did the cleansing, I didn't know what would happen to him, where he would go. So I invited him to come home with me, and he did. And he's been here ever since. So that's how we knew he was a boy. He is a boy. But we're certainly going to talk about, hey, Cassandra, how you doing? How did you receive the information? How did I receive what information? I'm sorry if I'm asking too many questions. There's no such thing as too many questions, True. Ask all you want. Hey, Donna. Everybody's getting in tonight. Y'all invite everyone. Invite Tom and Katie and Melissa and Vanessa. Is that her name, Vanessa? I just invited a couple of people. So you guys do the same thing. Allison, that's what I was trying to. Thank you, John. Everybody's starting to filter in. I'm excited about tonight's show. We have a lot of new people. But True, to answer your question, we did a K2 study with a K2 meter. With a K2 meter. You guys have seen these before. I'm sure you have. We did a K2 study with this, and we did basic one-way Q&A, where we ask questions and they make it light up, and once for yes, twice for no, or vice versa. And we also did a flashlight study where we asked them to turn the flashlight on for us on a Q&A, and process of elimination, we were able to get that. I have a question. Donna, what's your question? Hey, Katie. Katie's on. And what's the technology? The K2 meter? That's what I was saying. We used the K2 meter. Donna says, when we find a house, could all my CAPI family help us get everything moved in? Guess that all depends on where the house is, Donna. Death Seekers is here. Hey, Death Seekers. The technology in the K2, it measures electromagnetic fields, but it pinpoints it. It's better than an EMF detector because it pinpoints the milliglosses, anywhere between 1.0 to greater than 20.5 milliglosses. And it tells you the limit by how far up the lights go, from 1.0 all the way up to 20.5. 20.5 means get out, the house is on fire, or soon will be, or that there's activity there. So, but that's what it does. That's the technology. It measures the electromagnetic fields around it, and an entity is able to manipulate this by getting close to it, or making it lights up, reading the electromagnetic activity around it that's produced by the energy from the spirit. And so it's, if you got a team, this is a definite yes. You've got to have K2 meters. When it first came out, there was a long waiting list to get them. It took us almost 2 years to get ours, but now I think you can pretty much get them pretty fast. They're pretty normal now. The first ones that come out, you had to hold the button down like this to make it work. But now, like this one, you can see the green light is still on. And this one, the new one's like this, you don't have to. You just push it one time and it comes on. So we used to have to stick quarters in there to keep them turned on. I'm trying to keep up with everybody's questions. And I want to introduce, who am I introducing? I want to give a shout out to a newcomer tonight. Richard Westfall. I met Richard and his wife, I can't remember his wife's name, at Walmart, believe it or not. I was at Walmart I had to buy some correction tape for work and to load, and I think I was getting some drinks, and I had to load some money on a prepaid card to pay a bill with. And the cashier made a mistake, and I knew exactly how much money I needed when I went in there. I'm going to set this up for you guys. I knew exactly how much money. This is the way I do Walmart. I hate Walmart. I don't like going in Walmart. I don't like being around Walmart. I just don't like Walmart. I despise having to go into Walmart. But this particular trip, I had to go to Walmart because I had to load money on a card to pay a bill. And I knew exactly how much money I needed before I went inside Walmart. I knew exactly what I wanted. That's how I do Walmart. When I go to Walmart, I know exactly how much money I need. I know exactly where it is that I want. I know where that is. I go get it. I pay for it. I get the hell out. I don't like being in Walmart no more than I have to. So I did that. And when I got in there, the cashier said, it's going to be a $3 and something charge to load the card. I said, no, it's not. It's never a charge to load this card because it's your card. Y'all don't charge to load your own cards. And she said, yeah, I'm sorry. It's a $3 charge to load the card. I said, well, I don't have enough money to do that. I said, I'll have to go get, more money and come back later and do it. And so she rang it up and everything. And I said, and there was a couple behind me that I'd already been talking to because they saw I was wearing my shirt. I tell you, when you go out in public, wear your CAPI shirts so that you can advertise for the team. I got 6 people supposed to watch tonight because of me wearing my shirt. So that's, people, when you're out in public and you got on your CAPI shirt, people ask you about it. And they will too. I promise you. They'll say, hey, ask John. He went to a hospital, for crying out loud. And nurses kind of cornered him when they saw his hoodie and said, hey, we want to talk to you about this. There's some rooms here in the hospital there that we think are haunted, and that just happens. I go to places. We're doing an investigation next month because I went to a parade wearing my shirt, one of my shirts. And do that. Wear your shirts out in public, and people will ask you about it. You can tell them about CAPI and tell them to come to the show and tell them to, if they have any places they want us to investigate or stuff like that. Remember, the rule is you set up an investigation, or if you don't have to set it up. You just get the investigation. We set it up. You get to come on it because you initiated it. But anyway, I'd already been talking to this super, super sweet, super awesome couple about CAPI and the paranormal and everything. And Richard is kind of a paranormal fan, and he was talking to me about it and everything. And so they heard the exchange going on because we were right there together. It was me and then them, and the exchange between me and the cashier. And I told us I don't have enough money. I can't do it. I was like $1 and something short, or $2 and something short, or $3 short, or something like it was 3 something because I knew exactly how much money I needed when I got in there. And Richard and his wife gave me the money. They said, "Hey, don't worry about coming back. That's ridiculous. It's only a few bucks. We'll pay for it." And they gave me the money. And so I was like, "Oh man, that was so cool of you guys." And I thought it was too. I thought it was really awesome. Not many people do that anymore. I try to do that as much as I can. I'm real bad about if I go to a drive-through and I'm ordering my food. Whenever I go up to pay for my food, I'll say, "Hey, I want to pay for mine and the car behind me." I always do the car behind me, whenever I'm ordering, because I don't never do the car in front of me because I can't get out of there before they know. And I don't want people to come up and say, "Hey, thank you for doing that," or something like that, because I don't do it because of that. I just do it because somebody did it for me one time. And so I try my best. Anytime I have any extra, that's what I do is I'll pay for mine and the person behind me. And I think everybody should do that. Just give it a shot. And it's really cool if you do it like you're going to drive through and you do it and then the people leave, or you leave before they get to the window, because then I promise you, whenever you leave there and what's going through your mind is they got up to the window and said, "Hey, the lady says, here's your money." And they say, "Oh, no, you don't have to pay. The person that was in the car ahead of you paid for yours." And, they get that little warm feeling because of you. And so it'll make you feel so much better if they don't know that you did it until it's too late. They can't say anything to you or tell you not to do it or whatever. But I did tell Richard's wife not to do that. I said, "No, you don't have to do that." I said, "I appreciate that. It's very nice of you, very kind of you, but you don't have to do that." She did it anyway. And so turns out I was right. They rang everything up. And it turns out that I didn't have to pay a fee to load the card. The cashier said, "Oh, I thought there was a fee, but it didn't charge you a fee." I said, "I know there's no fee on this." So I didn't have to take their money, but it was really, really awesome of them to offer that to us. And so I invited Richard and his wife to join us tonight, and he was like the second person to come on. And so I'm glad you're with us tonight, Richard. I hope you enjoy the show, and I hope you put some input in too, and if you have any questions or anything. So let's go back down to the comments. I just wanted to give Margaret, thank you, Richard. That's his wife's name. It's Margaret. Margaret and Richard. Let me get back down to the comments. I don't want to miss you guys' comments during the open mic. How do you know how much it was? Welcome, Richard. You will love our group. How do you know how much it was? What are you talking about, Cassandra? How do I know how much what was? Hi, Richard. Yeah, Richard's a cool guy. Y'all welcome Richard to tonight's show, and hopefully he'll stick with us and be with us. And he said he's been wanting to hook up with a team too, so you never know. Richard, and anybody else that's new tonight that wants to hook up with CAPI, we are accepting new members. We have been since the beginning of the year. We're not looking to get big. We've had 30 people on our team before, and we didn't like that at all. It didn't work out. People kept getting upset because they couldn't do stuff, and certain people got picked for different things. It just turned into a big drama fest, and so we said we'd never do that again. So we're not looking for a bunch of people. But the way you do that, for everybody that's been with CAPI for a while now, and you already know, just this is your chance to go pee or grab you a drink or something. But if you are new and you're wondering about how to do that, and you live somewhere in Central Alabama, and you would like to hook up with CAPI, the way you do it is you submit a desire to be with CAPI. You say, "Hey, I would like to, hook up with you guys and, be on the team." And then what you will do is you take a class, a paranormal 101 class. It's paranormal 101 because it only covers hauntings, not all aspects of paranormal. I've been doing the entire paranormal class for about 13 years now, and I'm not done yet, but I will be in the next year, maybe 2 years from now. I'll have my doctorate. But you do the CAPI paranormal class. And then you do an investigation. And then after that investigation, if you're still interested and you want to be with the team, then you're voted on. We vote on you. And if everybody says yes, then you're on the team. And then you start your training, your OJT training outside the classroom. You do 10 investigations and you are then an investigator. Before that 10 10 investigations, you are an investigator in training. All right. Yeah, I don't know what you're saying, Cassandra. How much do you know what was? Oh, the car behind you. I don't until they tell me. It's a drive-through. It's never that much. I don't do it because of the price of it. I do it because I just want to make someone's day. I want to bless someone. Somebody did it to me. I've had it done several times to me where I've gone up to the window and, get ready to pay. And they say, hey, the car in front of you took care of you. And you know what? They say blessings beget blessings. When I don't do that for a while, it never happens to me. But when I do that, if I do it a few times, it'll happen to me. I'll get up there and they'll say, oh, the car in front of you paid. I don't know how that works, but I do have times where, if I don't have any money, like right now, I'm broke. So I couldn't do it right now. I couldn't buy myself a hamburger, much less someone else. But we had a lot of expenses this month. But whenever I'm doing it, when I do pay for someone's meal, I do it 2, 3, 4 times, it seems like it'll happen to me. I'll be up there and then I'll go up to pay and someone will say, hey, the car that just left already paid for yours. And it does it. It makes your day. And that's a pretty awesome feeling when someone does that for you. And it's an even better feeling when you do it for someone else. Yeah, try it. Try it out. See how you like it. It's pretty cool. What's our topic? Our topic tonight, Cassandra, have you not been listening? Shame on you, Cassandra. You didn't do your homework. I'm just playing, Cassandra. Topic for tonight is the first hour is open mic. Whatever you want to talk about paranormal, bring it. And then the next hour after that first hour, we're going to do building an effective team. We're going to talk about how to build an effective paranormal team. I think after your first investigation, after the class, you get a certificate. Yes, you do get the certificate for the paranormal one-on-one class after your first investigation, right? Your initial investigation. I know, just thought there might be some good ideas. So what are you saying, Cassandra? Open mic night and building an effective team are not good ideas? Is that what you're saying? That's what it sounds like you're saying. You're saying Johnny's dumb. He didn't come up with good material. Yep. Okay. Cassandra says I'm dumb. All righty. Thank you. I appreciate that. Cassandra doesn't like my topics. She says I'm dumb and I can't come up with good topics. Hope I can stay awake. I'm so sleepy. You can stay awake, Melissa. I promise you can. If I can stay awake, you can stay awake. Of course, I did just have a nap. I took an unplanned nap tonight. Did y'all see my curtain just move? Look at it. It's moving. Castiel's doing it. The cat. I was just answering the first thing you just said. Sure you were, Cassandra. Sure you wasn't calling me dumb. All right, so we got some new people tonight. You guys, I want you to bring your questions of anything you've ever wondered about the paranormal. Let me make the screen bigger. This is kind of bugging me that I keep seeing the attic behind this. That's better. So much better. Here we go. That bag down there. Much better. So the participation number keeps going up and down. Is everybody still with us? Richard, are you still with us? Richard Westfall, if you're here, say hi. Alex, are you still here? Death Seeker and True. And are y'all still with us? Or did I bore you? How do you know if a loved one is trying to communicate? That's a very good question, Cassandra. You'll know it's a loved one. They'll make it known that they're a loved one. They'll use stuff. They'll use what's called triggers. Um, it's very, very common throughout relative hauntings. They'll use stuff that, like I said, we call triggers. Like if your grandmother wore a certain type of perfume, you'll smell that perfume before something happens, an incident. Um, if your father smoked a certain type of tobacco or something like that, then they'll do that. If there's a certain animal that they really liked, like birds or cats or dogs or stuff like that, then maybe that'll be affected. They'll always use a trigger if that's what they're trying to do, and it really is your relative. They'll do different things, um, to make you know that it's them. So yeah, you'll know definitely. Where did CAPI come from? What was your motivation for founding your own team? Very good question, John. CAPI came from, I was on a team in Mississippi, and then I was on another team in Alabama, and then I started another team in Alabama after that second one, and it just never went anywhere. Then whenever my son Corey got old enough to kind of get into it, we formed CAPI, and the reason behind that is because we had done a few investigations, just not as a team, just doing investigations because that's what I'd always done. I always, my whole life I've been doing, different types of investigations and stuff like that, whether I was on a team or not. But I wanted a team where I got aggravated because media started kind of coming into the paranormal, and they were, television shows started coming out like Ghost Hunters when it was first coming out. That one and Paranormal Investigators, I think was one of them that was called. It came out, and oh my gosh, there's so many of them started coming out. After it's like anything else. Like Storage Wars started, and then you got all these other bleed off shows from that starts popping up. But Paranormal was the same way. It came up with a bunch of different types of shows and everything. And I would sit and I would watch these shows, and it was aggravating to me because they were using methods and doing stuff that I knew didn't work. And they were getting evidence everywhere they went. And it was so exciting, and people were falling in love with it. And I was kind of torn. On one hand, I was happy that people were starting to get a better mindset about the paranormal, that they were able to, it was the paranormal was coming to life. People were starting to say, hey, maybe this isn't such a taboo thing. Maybe this isn't such a hands off thing. Maybe we can get into this. And so what I wanted to do was I wanted to teach people. I wanted to show people how to do it the right way and the effective way and the respectful way, and still bring more interest and clean minds, untainted minds into the paranormal. And so my son and I, Corey, got together and we formed CAPI. And about that time when we first started doing the investigations and forming CAPI, a lot of people started really showing a lot of interest in it. And in the little town of Selma, Alabama, is where we lived then. The entire town, especially the venues that we wanted to investigate, all of them had real bad taste in their mouth about the paranormal because of past experiences from those people that were doing it wrong, and coming up with, lying about investigations and faking evidence and stuff like that. And it put a bad taste in their mouth. So what we decided to do was excuse me, to form a team that we would show the better part of the paranormal. We would show the right way to do it and get rid of all these myths and basically crap that was out there. And so we had a bunch of people come to us and say, hey, we would love to help you guys out with this. We'd love to do this with you. And over the next few years, it just kind of blew up into a huge thing. And everybody knew CAPI by then. You know, within 2-3 years, everybody knew CAPI, and you know, we were very respected in the state and then within the National Paranormal Society, and we had a good reputation, and as we still do. And it just blew up on us, and it became what it is today, and we're still so very, very proud of that. But that's why we founded it. My motivation was getting people to know the real paranormal. And I'm glad I did, because CAPI has turned into what it is now. All right. Whatever you give comes back tenfold. Katie, what do you? Oh, yeah. You're talking about the if you pay it forward. Yeah, I agree, Katie. It happens. That's the way it happens when you do that. You do. If I don't do it for a while, whether I forget or it's not on my mind, or if I just don't have the money, you know, whatever, it doesn't happen. But if I do it a few times, it does happen. You know, people will pay for your stuff, and it's pretty amazing when you come across people like Richard and his wife, you know, that did not have to, you know, they could have just sat there and been quiet while all that was going on, but they said, no, we're going to help this guy out. We like this guy. He's, you know, nice guy to talk to. Obviously, they thought, and you know, we're going to help him out. And so that shows you that there's still those people left in the world. So, and yeah, that blessing will come back to them too. Even though it turned out that they didn't have to, they did. You know, they did it anyway. So, in my mind, they did. They sacrificed for me, a stranger, and so that's pretty cool. Bluebirds. Cardinals. I don't know what you're saying there, John. Donna says, or their favorite song comes on. Their favorite song comes on. What do you mean? Oh, to let you know it's them. I've kind of been iffy on stuff like that. Like, people will say a television show will come on and it reminds them of someone, or a song will come on and it reminds them. I'm not so sure how much manipulation they can do there. A spirit doesn't have supernatural powers. It's just a soul without a body. And so I'm not sure how much manipulation they can do on what song gets played on a radio. So I'm not sure, but I see where you're going with that, and I like that. Hello, everyone, and about helping people. Me and my wife started doing it more after, when living in PA, our car died completely. Well, we had to walk to work 3 hours both ways. Good Lord, Richard. Bless your heart. Hey, Michelle. Michelle says she's popping in to say hey. Well, we had a guy start stopping and picking us up on the way home. Aw. Since then, we stop and pick people up if they want when walking. That's so cool. See, that happened to them. They had a problem, and somebody came along. Their angel came along and helped them out, and so they pay it forward. There's nothing wrong with that. It's if everybody did that, man, people used to do that, but unfortunately, they don't so much anymore. Richard, that is nice but dangerous. Yeah, it is kind of dangerous nowadays, unfortunately. But hopefully Richard's like me and he's got a little backup. I'll stop and ask people if I can help them out too. And I've given people rides before. I've given people rides before when I shouldn't have too. The last one I'm not going into, but it turned out to be a disaster. But that's just because the guy was an idiot. But my mother will come back as a squirrel and attack me. She knows I am deathly afraid of squirrels, and she's evil like that. I think she will, Katie. I really do. Y'all, Katie, I knew this about her. She's the way most people feel about like a dirty rat, like not a mouse, not a cute little mouse, but a New York City fat rat, you know, the disgusting one. That's how Katie feels about squirrels. I don't like the squirrels either. I think that's what they are, is rats with tails, because they destroyed my house. But yeah, that's her mom would do that, definitely come back as a squirrel just to mess with her. I don't like any sort of rodents. Yeah, me neither. My dad uses bluebirds and deer. Oh, he was saying bluebirds as something they can, yeah, to relate to. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I see what you're saying, John. You threw me just by saying bluebird. Shared this live. You thank you, Melissa. Melissa's such a sweetheart. Melissa, you guys still coming next weekend? We always make sure they are in front passenger seat. I am back passenger seat. There you go, Richard. There you go. I'd be back there too, with my gun pointed to the back of their head. See, I'll give you a ride to the corner market. I don't have a problem with that. But if you sneeze wrong, I'm going to paint the inside of this car with you. Y'all will find out that Johnny is the type of person that he's always got a gun really close. Even if you see me in a bathing suit, your first problem is that you saw me in a bathing suit. It's not pretty. But even if I'm in a bathing suit, you don't think I've got anywhere to hide a gun. I promise you, there is one within arm's reach really, really fast. I've always got something. Try my best. Awesome. Who else going to meet and greet? Who all is going to the meet and greet? Is everyone going to? Richard, we would like to officially, or I would like to officially, hold on, before I get it wrong. Okay, Margaret. Richard, I would like to officially invite you and Margaret to our meet and greet. It is next Saturday, the 20th, and it is in McCalla, Alabama, which is close to Birmingham. Hi, Brianna. And it is going to be at the Mexican restaurant there. John, oh, he just did. He's like Radar, you guys. Remember Radar from MASH before you would tell him he already had it done? This is this guy. He's been a great team manager since he started. He's been awesome. Yeah, Richard, if you subscribe and hit the notification bell, and you guys go hit the like button too. Everybody hit the like button, even if you've already. Y'all have to hit like button for every show. All my veterans, all the CAPI fans that you've been here a while, if you would hit the like button for every show. So, but Richard and Margaret, if you see where John just put that post between Brianna and Donna, it's a click. Just click on that, and it'll give you all the information about our meet and greet next weekend. We have a really good time at our meet and greets. We talk paranormal, and we just talk everyday stuff too. It's not just paranormal. It's a time for us to just kind of relax and get to know each other. Sadly, I already have something planned that day with some friends before they move out of town. Oh, well, the great thing is, Richard, we do them every month. All right, we have a meet and greet every month. So you can get us on the next one. That's okay. Last week. What happened last week? Yes, please, Richard, subscribe. If you like the show tonight, if you don't like it, then don't subscribe. Never come back. I hate you can't join us, but yeah, if your friends are going out of town, absolutely. I hate when friends leave. Oh, you made me the team manager. Gotcha. Yeah, last week. Not an endorsed sponsor, by the way. It should be. Man, Don't let them out. So you guys, y'all still have 20 minutes left on your open mic, so let's get it. Come on. I was expecting some questions, man. The only one talking is Cass, the cat. You want to come say hey?
Hi.
You gotta wave.
Hi.
She's been riding her bike all day.
Without no training wheels.
What?
Without no training wheels.
Without no what?
Training wheels.
You've been riding your bike without training wheels?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness. She has, y'all. She's been riding up and down the road and in the driveway with no training wheels. She's learning how to ride her bike. She's able to start it and keep going, and then when she loses balance, she loses nerve, and the feet hit the ground, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
And you've fallen a couple of times, but she has pads, so she didn't get hurt. Right?
Mm-hmm.
But she's doing really good without the training wheels. We're very proud.
I'm gonna do that, guys.
And she's going to be at the meet and greet next week too. So you guys, if you want to meet Dakota face to face, you've seen her on the show so many times, but if you want to meet her face to face, she will be at the meet and greet next weekend, eating some Mexican food. Our favorite, huh?
Mm-hmm. I'm saying that.
Your tongue is ready for the Mexican food. All right, they're saying stuff. Let's see. Stop, Cass. Here comes trouble. I said you're trouble.
How am I trouble?
Hi, Dakota.
Hi.
Hey, Dakota. Are there any good apps that we can download on our phone to play with in our own time?
I don't know.
There's a This is Castiel, y'all. He decided he wanted to be a part of the show. He's a nut. Are there any good apps that we can download on our phone to play with in our own time? Yeah, there's a bunch of them. I have some on my phone. Are you talking about paranormal apps? I don't know what your question is. I'll be in San Antonio next week, but not the restaurant. One of those days I'll make it to a meet and greet. Yes, I hope one of these days you do make it to a meet and greet, Katie. It sucks that you're so far away. Hi, Johnny. It just took me 20 minutes to figure out how to see everyone's comments. Hi, Diane. Well, I'm glad you figured it out. A real celebrity. He said no. Oh, since thinking about it, has anyone in CAPI came across any demonic spirits? Yes, Richard, we have. We treat that in a whole different way. Richard, we that is done in a totally different way when we come across that. It has happened, and what we do is we usually stop the investigation. Can you get those chips up for me, please, before he gets them all over the place?
Yeah.
Thank you. Throw them in the trash.
Okay.
Don't let him out.
He loves me so much. He follows me around.
I know, right?
Go.
But we stop the investigation when that happens. When we run across that, we usually know pretty soon, pretty quick into the investigation if that's what's going on. We stop it, and it's done in an entirely different way.
Go, 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 go.
You let him out. You got to get him back in now. Sorry about that. Got a nutty cat and a nutty kid. My dad and his girlfriend went riding in a graveyard the other night, and they said there was a girl with long black hair sitting on a tombstone in the middle of nowhere. They turned around and she was gone. Oh, wow. You have to tell me where that cemetery is. I don't know why it didn't show my full name, Diane L. Sabo Barrett.
Sadie.
Yeah, it just says Diane Barrett.
Sadie.
That's okay. We know who you are.
How does Sadie?
How do you tell? Hello
Where's Sadie?
again.
Come here.
Hey, Barry.
Oh.
Sadie's supposed to be in here too.
Yeah.
This is Sadie, y'all.
She has babies.
Yep, she's gonna have babies. Like we need more cats. How do you tell if you're talking about? I think what you're talking about is if it's a demonic. There's no mistaking that. Remember, demonic is a demonic. It's evil. It's evil. They can't be anything but evil. You'll know that comes a lot with experience, but they'll let you know really quick what they are and what their intentions are, and it's never good. They don't know good. They don't do good. It's not part of their repertoire. But you'll know. It's a whole long, drawn out thing. I'm actually putting a demonic class together on what to do and how to do it, all that stuff. And that'll be done for the only way you can do that class is if you've been on the team for at least 3 years. There's a lot that goes into that. But yeah, you'll know. Who asked that? Because Sandra, yeah, you'll definitely know.
You have those down on some.
Hmm?
I didn't know that. I thought it was on the refrigerator. Whoa.
Take him in there and
Okay.
don't let him out. That's Dakota saying bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Hurry, hurry.
Always pleasant to get a visit from Dakota. People say demonic was never human. Well, yeah, of course. A demonic was never human. It's always been a demon. Demons are demons. It's like porn. You'll know it when you see it. One way to put it, I guess. That's true. It's like porn, I guess. You'll know it when you see it. That's the only way it's like porn, though. It's in Jacksonville, not far from my house. We're going Friday night and see if we can see anything. Cool. Let us know how that goes, Melissa. All right, who wants to hear about Toby? Anybody want to hear some Toby stories? He's been very active the last few days. Toby, again, is the child spirit that is in our home. I think porn is demonic. Porn is not demonic. Porn has a place. Yes, me. I wasn't still talking about porn when I said yes, me. By the way, I was reading comments. See, there's comments. Yes, me. All right, Toby has been kind of active. He hadn't done anything in a while, but it started out. I think the first thing I heard about was Corey. Yeah, I think it was last night or the night before. Corey and Tyler were up in their room. They're in a loft in our house. They're in what used to be part of the attic that we turned into a loft, and that's where they live. But they were up watching television, and their bed's kind of laid out like this, like long ways, and then if you're facing the foot of the bed, it would be the right side of the bed is a big screen TV in the middle of an opening, and there's kind of space behind it, beside it, on both sides and in front before you get to the bed. So it's kind of like sitting in the middle of the room. The TV is, and they were sitting there watching television, and they right. I wasn't talking about me, I promise. They were watching television and they saw a black figure behind the television, and it stepped kind of like out from the side of the television, and then was kind of like moving from one side to the back of the television. And so Corey told me about that. And then most of the night last night, the girls who were in the downstairs bedroom, the only downstairs bedroom, which is the room I'm in now, there's a hallway that goes into the washroom, and then there's a bathroom, and then at the back of the house there's another bedroom, which is adjacent to the wet room and kitchen. And the bedroom right here, the two girls, our two middle girls, were in there, sleeping, and they said pretty much all night their door would open and close, open and close, open and close. I stayed up pretty much all night last night. That's why I took a nap this evening, is because of the storms. Whenever we have bad storms, uh, I usually don't sleep because I'm a storm nut. I love chasing storms and stuff. So I was waiting to see if it got bad enough to get out and go watch, and go see, get some pictures and some video. So, and plus, I don't want to be caught off guard. My family, I like to let them sleep during the storms, and then I like to be the one that's up so I can be there in case something happens. I can get them up and get them from the upstairs and get them into the bathroom or the stair closet or something. But and I didn't hear the door opening and closing. But where I was at in the house at that time, I didn't. I wouldn't have heard their door opening and closing. So, but they said all night their door would open and close, open and close. Today marks a pivotal moment in Toby history. Today, I actually heard for the very first time. I actually heard Toby talk. I've never heard him talk. I've never heard him say anything. I don't even think we've ever had any EVPs or anything like that. But he actually talked today. Here's what happened. A couple of days or a couple of weeks ago, Corey told me that he was craving red beans and rice. And last night I said, you know what? I'm going to go to the store and get the ingredients to make homemade red beans and rice. And so I did that. I went to the store and got all the stuff for, I went to Winn-Dixie, not Walmart, by the way. I got all the ingredients and the fixings to do red beans and rice. And I'm sorry, y'all. I just had a problem. Something click up over here. What is that? I have no idea what that was. I think I just got hacked. But I'm in the kitchen and I have a big, huge pot. It's like a 4 or 5 gallon pot. And then I was standing at the kitchen sink washing this pot to get it ready to prep it for my red beans and rice. And while I was standing at the sink, if I'm standing at the sink in my kitchen, the kitchen is behind me. The sink in my kitchen is on the back wall of the kitchen. And then there's a wall here where the refrigerator and counter and cabinets are, and there's a wall here where the stove and microwave and counter is and everything. And then there's a big part behind that. I got a big kitchen, but it's kind of narrow where I was at. And then right off of that room is our wet room, or what we call our office, because we turned it into an office. But it's a wet room when you come off the pool and you get in there. It's got a stone floor so it doesn't get messed up. Yeah, I know what I'm talking about. But I'm standing at the sink washing this huge pot, and I felt on my shoulder, I felt this. Just like that. It wasn't like a tap, tap, tap. It was like a tap, and then it kind of like went down. Tap, went down. Tap, and went down. I thought it was Corey because when I'm cooking one of my homemade meals, one of my big meals, Corey's notorious about being the taste tester. He'll come to the kitchen throughout the process of preparing the meal and taste every portion of the meal. And he'll steal like pieces of meat and all that stuff like that. Well, I'm still washing the pot. So I told him, I said, it's not ready yet, son. Be patient. I just knew it was him coming in there to grab a sausage or something like that. Because I'd cut up some kielbasa and Cajun sausage and put it into my red beans and rice. And he he usually comes in and steals stuff. So what I'm thinking is that's him, coming in to let me know, hey, I'm fixing to steal some of your food. But I told him, I said, I haven't even started yet. It's not ready. I said, be patient. He didn't say anything. Well, immediately I turned around and there was nobody there. So, well, the first thing that popped in my mind was not paranormal, of course. What popped in my mind is y'all ever get those little, those little muscle spasms that kind of go like that, a little bit. Your muscle will just kind of spaz. I get them a lot when I work out, it'll kind of like that, And so I thought that's what it was. I said, okay, that's what that was. I said, but it sure felt like someone tapping me. And so whenever I take the pot and I grab it with both hands, it's got a little water in it too. And so I pick it up and I dump it. And as soon as I dump it, I turn this to my left and set it on the stove. And on big eye on the stove. And as soon as I did that, I actually verbally said to myself, just talking. I do that a lot when I cook. I'll talk a lot when I cook about the ingredients. If y'all was to watch me cook, you would think that I was doing like a cooking show. You would think that I would be like, you know how you'll see the people on TV, like on the Food Network or something like that, and they'll be cooking, and while they're cooking, they're talking about what they're putting in their pot, and putting in the ingredients and how much to put in. I do that a lot when I cook. I don't know why. I've just always done it. It's kind of silly, but I love to cook, and that's one of the things I do when I'm cooking is I'll talk about it. And so I'll talk about what I'm doing, like I'm being filmed or something. And I don't do it because I'm pretending to be filmed. Ever since I'm a kid. When I was a really little kid, my mom started teaching me how to cook, and I just always loved to cook, and got some pretty killer recipes. And my red beans and rice tonight was awesome, y'all. I got a lot left too because I always make too much. So if y'all want to come over and have red beans and rice, just come on over. I'm on Camellia Road. Get on over here and have all the red beans and rice you can handle. But just as I'm putting it on the stove, I say to myself out loud, not to myself, but out loud, I said, man, it sure felt like somebody tapped my shoulder though. And because in my mind, I'm saying, I guess that's one of those little muscle tremors. And I said, yeah, but it sure felt like someone touched my shoulder, tapped my shoulder. Just as soon as I said that, within probably 2 seconds later, I hear what sounds like a 9-year-old boy, a little boy, say, yes. And it sounded like it came from the office, which is the room, that wet room right behind the kitchen. And immediately, as soon as I heard it, I dropped everything and I went around. The stove is sitting here. There's a little counter with a huge microwave right here that you actually have to walk around. I mean, it's a big, our microwave is huge. It's about the size of a igloo cooler. One of the big coolers is huge. You can put like whole casseroles in our microwave. It's one of those that's supposed to hang from the ceiling, but we have it on the counter. But I went around that and went into the office. I was there in no time, and there was nobody there. It was so clear and real that I was actually looking around stuff, seeing if there was somebody in my house, seeing if there was another kid in my house. I knew it wasn't Dakota because Dakota was in the living room watching cartoons. And I said, I knew that I heard it. And so I wanted to know where it came from. So after that, I was like, okay, yeah, that's exactly what that had to be Toby. And I was really excited too, because I was like, finally, I hear Toby talk, and he sounds like a little boy. And so I went back to the stove, and I was kind of like giddy, because I was like, man, I actually heard him talk. That's freaking awesome. And while I'm standing there and I'm starting to cut up some more sausage, and I'm getting my onions and bell pepper and stuff put in there into the grease and everything into my EVO, and I'm working at it, doing it. And then a white, I don't know if it was a mist or smoke or shadow or what, because it was out of the peripheral vision, came out of the office and around the corner into the dining room, and then made the turn towards the living room. And it did it like super fast too. And so I was just like, okay, Toby. And then later on is when I heard about the girls getting their doors open, the door opening all night. So I was like, man, he's been really active tonight. And I was like, that's cool that it happened, on a Saturday and Sunday. That way I can tell everybody about it and let them know that Toby's back active again. He hadn't been doing anything in a long time, but that's pretty cool that he's done that. So, what have I missed? I think porn's demonic. There we go. Right, Johnny. I haven't named our ghost yet, but damn thing isn't shy. That's for sure. Yeah, they usually aren't very shy. John, that's me. What's you, John? Talking when you cook? Are you a talker? A cooking talk too? Like you're doing a show? I thought you moved out of your haunted house, Melissa. Is this a new one? That wasn't Melissa. That was Allison, Cassandra. Oh no, I think Melissa did move. She moved into a new trailer, didn't you? We got a new double wide, but it's on the same land. So it followed us. Yeah. She didn't move out. She just got a new trailer, a new house. Double wide's not a trailer. That's a house. He's getting excited for upcoming investigations. That's what it is. Yep. He'll be dormant for a while, like he's almost not here, like he leaves. But then all of a sudden he'll start up again. What does it do to make itself known, Melissa? Yeah, Melissa, what does it do? Cassandra, cool, a new channel. There's a new channel? What are you talking about? I'll be there in 8 hours. Oh, you're talking about the cooking channel. I should do a cooking channel. I really should. All the recipes I got floating around in my head, I should do it. Like, I always thought about doing a restaurant. I wanted to do a restaurant called Guy's Place. And it'd just be like food for guys, food that we like to eat, like Elvis sandwiches and stuff like that. I'll be there in 8 hours. Okay, Diane, come on. I've got so much. That's one of the problems I have. I can't cook for 4 people, 4 or 5 or 6 people. I really can't. I make spaghetti. I make enough to feed 50 people. I'm not kidding either. I'm not exaggerating. I'm telling y'all, my pot is 5 gallons. If you fill it up with water, you've got 5 gallons of water. It's like this big, like this wide. It takes up the back part of my stove. And that thing's full. I made a lot. I never can cook for a small group. I always cook. My stuff's always big. But hey, we get to eat on like that red beans and rice. We'll eat on that for a week, man. It won't last a week, I promise you. Certain things around here don't last that long, like spaghetti and chili is usually gone pretty fast too. My chili, I usually make a big pot of that too. I never make small, but yeah, it's cool. Oh goodness, all kinds of stuff. It lets me see it out of the corner of my eye. It has grabbed me multiple times and I've caught it on video. Johnny saw the video. Yeah, that was an awesome video, y'all. She'll show you if she makes it to the meet and greet, I'm sure. That would have scared me. It doesn't scare me like whenever that was going on with Toby. It doesn't scare me. I love it. I mean, it's just like that really excited me whenever I heard yes, because that's literally the first time I've ever heard Toby speak. I'm used to it. I've seen things as long as I can remember. Yeah, after a while, when you're open to that, it gets like everyday nature. How long has Toby been around? Very good question, Donna. Toby has been around. Wow, how long has Toby been around? I guess we did that investigation here about 4 years ago. 4, maybe 5. I think it's 4. I think it's 4 years ago. I think Toby's been around for about 4 years. Set up cameras in your house, Johnny. That's funny that you said that, Cassandra. We actually did. I was going to tell you guys that too, and I forgot. That's cool that you said that. We were setting up some DVRs on that door to see if we can catch him. Did Toby die in your home before you moved in? No. Remember I told you Toby is from another place. We did an investigation at a house and they wanted it cleansed, and we cleansed it and invited him to come home with us because I didn't know what would happen to him. And he did. So no, he did not die here. And the house that we investigated, the funny part is, the reason I always tell people that's what he says is because I don't know if he's telling the truth or not. I don't know if it really is a 9-year-old boy. That's just what he said. The only reason one of the biggest reasons why I say that is because the house that we investigated, the research found that a little boy did not die there, but a little girl did. A little girl drowned in the pool that was behind the home in the 70s. So there's never been a report of a 9-year-old boy dying at the home. But I want to say a 5 or 6-year-old girl did die at the home in the 70s via drowning. She drowned in the in-ground pool that was in the backyard. So, but Toby said he's a boy and he's 9 years old, and that I can't remember all the stuff that he said. I think we have it in our notes, but yeah, he did not die here though. Donna, from what he said, Toby was from another house that wanted it. Yeah, exactly. Richard was listening. Hi, Margaret. Richard said his wife said hi. Okay, next meet and greet at Johnny's. I'm in. We can do a meet and greet at my house. Absolutely. We don't have to always go to a restaurant. I want to do some cookouts. So yeah, we could do it here. And I want everyone to like do that. I want Cassandra, I want you to host one. John's hosting one. I did the last one in Wetumpka. John's hosting one in McCalla. It'd be cool if everyone hosted one. And you don't always have to go to a restaurant. We can do like potluck dinners to where we all just meet at someone's house and bring a little bit of food, or someone just does, hamburgers and hot dogs on the grill or whatever. We can do fish fries. I've got a big deep fryer. Brianna, do you want to talk about the EVP you sent me? Well, I hope so. So when doing cleansing, he invited Toby to come stay with him. Oh, thank you, baby. Can you go back in there? Like when you're in here, they go nuts, and the people can't hear because of he goes crazy because he loves you so much.
Why?
You can take him with you if you just watch him and don't let him get to the females. But you have to watch him the whole time.
The whole time?
The whole time, or don't take him with you. So it's your choice. You can take him, but you have to watch him and make sure he doesn't get to the females. And if you don't want to do that, then you need to leave him in here and go back in there. You can go back in there. Right now, please. You gonna take him? Mm-hmm. Okay, you better watch him, okay? You turn those lights off. I don't like talking about Toby a bunch whenever she's around, guys. That's the only reason I stopped. I'm sorry. Okay, let's see. What did I miss? Brenna, do you want to talk about? So when doing cleansing, he invited Toby to come stay with him. Yes, I was doing cleansing and I invited him to come because I didn't know where he would go. Katie says she'll host one in San Antonio. I wished I could go to San Antonio. I do want to do something in the San Antonio area this summer. We told Katie we would do that, so that's still not a impossibility. We still want to look into getting that. Johnny, when I get back up there, we're going to have a meet and greet cook at my place. Okay, cool, Donna. Richard Westfall, it keeps taking me through net page and not through app. Since I am on phone, I will just go find the page so I can watch for that meet and greet next month. John, can't you send him an invite to that page? Try that. That's so awesome. You heard it too. Y'all making me want to hear it now. Tell me about it, Bree. Brianna, I hope I'm not overstepping by calling you Bree. I'm just bad about doing that with people's names. Like I'll call Cassandra Cass sometimes. We have two cats that we call Cass. One is Castiel from Supernatural, and the other one is Casper, the friendly ghost. I heard something whispering. I need my earphones to get a better listen. I may be back up in Iowa with Dad most of the summer. He's had a bit of a setback again. Oh, I'm so sorry, Katie. We're going to get together one of these days. John's working diligently on getting this investigation set for the team. I mean, for the fans, our fan investigation. So that'll be coming up pretty soon. I think he's going to find one. He found one, but we kind of vetoed it and said, no, we can't take everybody on that one. But yeah, he's working diligently. He's doing amazing, y'all. That was a very good idea to make John our team manager. Extremely, extremely good idea. I haven't regretted it yet. Yeah, there you go. Send him an invite. Got to step out for a minute. Boo Boo has been bugging me for an hour now to go out. Okay. All right. We'll see you in a minute. What is Boo Boo? Her doggy. That's her doggy, Katie. There's a large graveyard that you can drive through, so I figured I would just drive through and see if I can get anything. That'd be cool. Bree is good. Okay, good. I'm glad. I didn't want to offend you. All right. Well, if you guys have no more questions, we're going to get on to our second because we're actually an hour and 10 minutes. We're 10 and a half minutes over our schedule. So if y'all see, but if you still have questions while we're talking about building an effective team, you can still ask questions. I don't have a problem with that. I see a saddle on your wall, Johnny, on your right under the pics moving. Not kidding. A shadow on my, so over here, like you see it right in here. The cats are going like nuts in here, like because when Dakota comes in, they go nuts because they love her so much. I thought it might be another doll. Don't get me started on that doll, please. That'll take up a whole show again. Jennifer, my daughter, loves that you named your cat Castiel. Oh, I didn't name that one. That's Corey and Tyler's cat. We gave that cat to Corey and Tyler, and they named it Castiel from Supernatural. So he gets called Cass a lot, and my cat Casper gets called Cass a lot too. So they get confused. But yeah, that's why they named it Castiel from Supernatural. Supernatural. I just said something like, "Can you say hi?" And there is a super clear hey. Oh, what, Brianna? I'd love to hear that, Brie. That's pretty cool. You guys go to our, John can give you the link. You want to give them a link to the fan page, John, so that they can, or whatever that is that you and Corey set up where you can go and listen to the EVPs. There's some good ones on there. Just as a disclaimer, I'm going to let you guys know when you do go to this link and you listen to the EVPs, there's one called Frustrated Ghost or Frustrated Hotel or something. I don't remember what it's called. Frustrated something. When you listen to it, it is very vulgar. Okay. Spirits do cuss sometimes. I've been called an asshole. And this one drops the F-bomb quite a bit. So just letting you know. But it's a good one. Richard says, John, when you look through Facebook, mine is the one with the female wearing the sombrero. Send me the link. Yeah, because last Monday was Margaret's birthday, right? I think you said. You just never know. There could be a collection of dolls. Maybe Donna could bring one or two of them to the meet and greet. I don't know if I want those dolls at the meet and greet. Okay, Donna, she's back. At one, it records and flips through channels. It also has a sensor, but I had the phone on the car mount, so that interferes with it. No. Bree, just to let you know, a lot of those apps that you use, especially paranormal apps on your phone, are crap. They're not real. I'm just letting you know. I'm not familiar with that particular one, the SGK1 app, but a lot of those apps are not right. What, baby? Okay, keep them in there with you, okay? You don't have to bring them back. I couldn't upload it to Facebook or Messenger. Okay. Well, Bree, you'll have to join us at our meet and greet, either this one or the next one, and bring it with you, and we'll hear it like that. How about that? Guys, we still need the class, and I still need how many people? I need 4 people for the class. We're going to do another Skype class, the Paranormal 101 Skype class. Richard, if you're interested, you can sign up for that. It is $25, just to let people know. The only reason I charge for that class is because it's you get a certificate for it, and it shows me that you're serious. We don't make money off of it. I promise you, we don't make money off of it. It costs me money, as a matter of fact. I'm signed up and waiting. Yep, Cassandra, you are signed up. I need 5 more people, I think it is. Let's see, I got Cassandra, and I think there was someone else with you that wanted to do it. Haji and his daughters 4. I think I need 5 people for the class. So, well, yeah, who can't go can't hear. If it is, she brings it to meeting. Well, yeah, who? The app is free because I'm broke and haven't been brave enough to pay for one. Don't pay for any of those apps, Bree. Get all the free ones you want and play with them, but just I'm not saying don't get them and don't use them. I'm just saying know that most likely if you get something on there, like there's a ghost radar one, there's a lot of the EVPs are actually pre-recorded voices. It just makes it sound like it happens. I'm just letting you know that they're probably fake. You can't use those as evidence because they are fake. But I'm not saying don't get them and don't use them. That's fine. But don't pay for one. Please don't pay for one because they are crap. And if you pay for it, I guarantee you it's fake. They're just trying to get your money. I promise you. Go and get you a little digital recorder. They're usually about $10. You can get them for little to nothing now. Go to Best Buy. You can get a nice one for like 10, $15. And that's the best thing to get. Just a little digital recorder. Or your digital recorder on your phone that it comes with. It comes with a voice recorder. Use it, but don't do the apps. The apps are, I mean, you can do the apps. They're fun to play with, but they just know that it's just entertainment. It's not real. Well, yeah, who can't go can't hear it if she brings it to the meet and greet. Well, I can't help it that you can't come, Katie. I'm sorry. I told you to come. You can come. Ain't nothing stopping you. Get your butt on a plane and get your butt to Alabama. Ain't nothing to it but do it. Hell, just get on the plane and come on. It's as simple as that. You could fly in the day of and fly out the night of. Don't forget CAPI merch. Yes, we do still have CAPI merch. I do not have CAPI merch to show you, though. Why do I not have any CAPI merch? I usually have CAPI merch. We do have the CAPI merch. We have the cups, we have the t-shirts, we have the hoodies, we have the beanies, we have everything. Anything you could possibly want, I can do. Okay. We still have the CAPI merch. So, John, if you want to throw up that link to your Facebook CAPI merch. So yes, and that's how we fund this. That's how we make this show better, and how we do investigations and everything is through the sale of CAPI merch. That's the only way we make money. That's it. We don't actually make a profit, but we do make money to spend on other things. Hey, do we all wear our CAPI? You talking about to the meet and greet? Yeah, always wear your CAPI to meet and greet. Always. Do I have an idea of when this class will be held? As soon as I get 10 people. That's the only thing I'm waiting on. I don't have a problem with. I'll do it tonight. I'll do it tomorrow. I can't do it tomorrow. It'll be a Saturday most likely because I have to work. But yeah, I'm just waiting on 10 people. I have 4 or 5 now. So y'all get me some people and we'll do it. No, hers is in September. Mine was last month. Oh, yours was last month. Okay. I thought it was something about her saying that her birthday or something. I thought she said that, but I'm probably talking about somebody else. Oh, I figured it was the only time I got anything. Yeah, those things are fun to play with, but just know that they're not. You know, a lot of times they're probably not real. A lot of that stuff is pre-recorded. You know, like Frank's box and stuff like that. You know, it's just It's just something to play with. I just put on my phone recorder and asked, and then I just put on my phone recorder and asked a question and then play back. Yeah, that's it. That's all you have to do. Your phone should have a digital recorder on it, and you can use that. That is Easter weekend. Can't do it. Yeah, it is Easter weekend. So the next one, just hop on a plane and come on over. Next month is May. Y'all remember my vacation is June 1st through the 8th. June 1st through the 8th. So there won't be a actually there may still be a show. We're not gonna let my vacation get in part of the show, even if I get someone else to do the show. We'll still have a show. But just know that I am going on vacation June 1st through the 8th. Okay, John just posted the link to the merch. You guys, I want to hit it just to see if it will show me any merch. Does it show merch? Let's see. No, it does not show merch. It just shows how much the merch is. The merch is really cool, y'all. I'm going to get some merch and show you guys. Just because we need to push the merch. So give me a second. I'll be right back. Not in there. I'm back. And I still have no CAPI merch. I'm sorry. I didn't want to keep leaving you guys. That was rude. I didn't want to leave you guys down too long. Everybody would leave. But I'll have some CAPI merch. If not this show, I'll have some next show to show you guys. I don't know where it's at. Where it was supposed to be, it wasn't. So, but we do still have CAPI merch. So if you're interested in that, just click on that link. Look at some of the prices. If you can handle that, just let me know. All right. We should list everyone's birthday, month, and day only. Yeah, we can do that. Everyone can share your birthdays if you want to. Mine's November 19th. That's no problem. People can do that. You can share your birthdays so people can tell you happy birthdays and send you messages. Donna says, I need everyone in the CAPI family to message me your birthday, please. Mine's November 19th. There's your message. Who wants to host the next meet and greet? Yeah, who wants to host it? I would love to, John. Melissa says, Look at Katie talking about now we can talk about Johnny while he's not here. They said you start, Katie, but you didn't have the cojones to start. Sorry. I made it back before you got the courage up. Sorry. Sucks to be you. Anyway. I'll be in North Carolina next month if you do it the same time. I'll be in North Carolina next month if you do it same time my son's wedding. Well, let us know when you'll be out of town, and we'll maybe can work around that, Cassandra. Did y'all see the blinking light on Journey's curtain? There's a blinking light on my curtain. There shouldn't be. There's no lights out there. There's a street light, but you can't see it from this angle. Y'all really did see a shadow right here, though. I didn't see it. I'll have to go back and look at the show later. That's pretty cool. If Toby's shadow was on there, especially if we've got it on film, that would be awesome. I didn't want to get myself in any trouble. I hear you. Yes, you did. Cassandra, you did? Okay. I'll go back and look at the time when you said that earlier, and then I'll look at that timestamp and look at the video. I always rewatch the show during the week. When I do a show, I'll rewatch it the next week and then kind of make, I'm like my biggest critic. Looks like it's coming through the curtain. Are you talking about right here? That's a reflection, if that's what y'all talking about. That light right there. Was that it? Move over toward the clock. After you left. It was there after I left, like in this area. Where do I need to move now? No, on the bottom. Oh, it was down. Like up this way. Yes, I'm bringing merch to every meet and greet. I bring that to every meet and greet and set it up like I did last time. Move back this way. Yeah, there shouldn't have been anything out there. There could have been a car on the road. I don't think from this angle, though. I don't know. There could have been a car went by. There's cars up and down our road a lot. I live in like a little community called Grandview Pines. Yeah, the bottom left looks like it's coming through the curtain. But you don't see it now, though, right? It was probably a car shining off the window, I'm sure. This right here is the light in here shining, reflecting off the window behind the curtain. But down here shouldn't be anything. Down in this area shouldn't be anything. Unless a car. It may have been a car. It was blue. I don't know. I really do not know. Toby has been pretty active. I'm seeing it again, a figure. Over here, Cassandra? Is this the area you said earlier under the pictures? So like in this area is where you're seeing the figure? Yeah. Okay. I don't see anything. Is it there right now? Like right here? Oh wow. It is cold over there, y'all. Like a cold spot right here. What if I'm hitting Toby in the head right now? This looked like a flashlight blinking on and off. Yeah, I don't know what that was. Fading in and out, yes. Okay. I don't know, y'all. I can't see it on the screen right here. Right up in there. I can't see it on the screen. Is the wall? No, it's bright white. I don't know. You never know. Like I said, he has been very active these past few days. He's making himself known, right? Move to your left. Move to my left. Why did you want me to move to my left? Can you see something on my right over here? More to my left? I can't go more. I don't. Just what's your seeing? I don't know what you're seeing. Yeah, I don't either. Do I need to go more? I can't go anymore. That's all I have. You turn. There we go. Light is no longer there. Don't see it now. So you just got me to move just to look like an ass, right? You're just playing with me and you're like laughing your butt off right now, making me like contort my body. So basically is what you're saying. Yeah, I'm definitely going to go back and look at tonight's show, which I do anyway. Usually while I'm working, I'll play the show over while I'm riding down the road and watch it on my phone. Wanted to see if it was still there. I know, Don, I was just playing. They're seeing what they can make you do. Exactly. That's exactly what it is, Cassandra. They're making me like their little puppet. Like, look, I can make him go to the left. I can make him go to the right. I can make him turn in his chair. Do you record him? Do I record who? Toby? We're going to try. Like I said, we're going to put up cameras tonight. I haven't in the past. I've never done anything like that in the past. Toby's just been Toby. We haven't really messed with Toby that much. I don't mind him being here. I don't need to know he's here because I already know he's here. The reason you do an investigation is to either get proof that he's there or to get rid of him. And I don't want to do either. I don't need to get proof because I already know he's here, and I definitely don't want to get rid of him. He's part of the family. Check for window drafts. There's definitely no window draft, John, but I see what you're saying. Good call. Good call. There's clearly something there. I'm glad y'all can see it, but I can't. I mean, I'm not glad. I wish I could see it, but I'm just saying I'm glad y'all can see it. Record to show us. Oh, yeah. If I get something on the recording, Don, I'll show you guys. Of course. Absolutely, I will. Y'all know I wouldn't keep that away from you. Yeah, if we get anything on recording, like the door opening or anything like that, we will 100% definitely show it on the show. The light is still there. I don't see the light. The only light I see is this one right here. Of course, in the middle, that line right there that's reflecting. But what this here is the reflection of our light. My light in here. But I don't see any other lights. Is it over here? Richard's just trying to get me to move like a little puppet. Is that what I am to you, Richard? You little puppet? Is that what you think of me, Richard? Watch, I can make my little puppet move. On his right, you will sometimes see a blue light flashing. Yeah, I don't know what the blue light is, unless there's police on my street. Hold on, I'll look out the window. No blue lights. My neighbor is across the street. And he was looking at me. He looked through the window at him. I'm sure he was looking at me like, what the hell are you looking at? On where at, Richard? On this side or this side? Is it like up in here somewhere or up in here? This is my left. This is my right. The right? This side? Your right side. So this side is where you keep seeing the blue lights. Toby wants to host the show. Toby can definitely host the show. Richard, do you agree with Donna? Is this the side that you keep seeing it on, this side? Because I don't see a blue light. I don't know where a blue light would be coming from. I live in a very quiet neighborhood. Nothing ever happens, so I don't think there's any police activity in my neighborhood. Richard, do you concur? Is this the side right here? Somewhere up in here is where you keep seeing the blue light. Y'all, we're never going to talk about the building a team, are we? Ask Toby to speak. Ask Toby to speak? Okay. Toby, if you're in here with us right now, can you say hello? Do you like me calling you Toby? Is there another name that you would like to be known as? It would be cool if we got something off that. I'm going to listen this week and find out. Ask him to move something? Okay. Can you move something in here for me? Something on the shelf or on that shelf? Can you bump our table a little bit? That the computer is sitting on this table in front of me. Can you bump it for me a little bit? Same side of the shadow zone, so over here. Okay. I just saw a light move toward your right shoulder. Tell them to turn the lights off. Turn the lights off for me, Toby. Can you turn the light off in here? The light went off in here, I'd freak out, y'all. I'm not kidding you. I'd beeline my ass out of this room so fast. I'm just playing. I wouldn't do that. Toby, there's a black ball right here with a red light on top of it. Anything you want to say, if you'll just come close to right here in the front where the silver blue is, you'll just come right up there and talk. It'll pick you up. So if there's anything you want to say, just go right there and talk. Tell him to straighten my picture. Is the picture crooked? Oh, it is crooked, isn't it? I kind of like it being crooked. Yeah, straighten that picture for me, Toby. The top one. Does that bug you, Cassandra? Are you one of those people? Because I am. Now that you said it, it's going to bug me. Yes. I'm the same way, darling. I am too. If I see something like that, it just bugs the crap out of me. You're going to make me straighten it now. I won't stop thinking about it. There we go. That's better. Now they're straight. See, I could have gone the whole time and not had to worry about that, but just because you pointed it out, I have to. Me too, Cassandra. Me too. I'm the same way. It just stuff like that bugs me. I've been diagnosed. Clock's wrong too. The clock is not wrong. Oh, you're talking about the time. Yeah, the time is wrong. I think that clock is. I think it's so old. All right, y'all. So, all we're talking about now, y'all keep watching. If you see lights or shadows over here or whatever, let me know. Definitely let me know. Even if I don't see it, y'all tell me. Say, hey, shadow on the wall or something like that. That way, I can timestamp. I can go back and look when you said that, and I'll know when to look. It's dark as hell in my room. I just lost my spot. It's dark as hell in my room. I'm laying here watching you, and as soon as you said for Toby to say something, my youngest son was standing in the dark beside my bed and said, "Mommy, needles." Needless to say, I screamed. That's perfect. I didn't read that good, y'all. But what she's saying is she says, it's dark as hell in my room. I'm laying here watching you. And as soon as you said for Toby to say something, my youngest son was standing in the dark beside my bed and said, "Mommy." Needless to say, I screamed. You probably scared the crap out of him too, didn't you? I saw something that time. Which time? You just saw something? And scared my husband. Let's check pics next week to see if they're crooked. Yeah, they may be crooked. You never know. He may mess with them. I would have shot it right out of the bed too. Use my K2. It's on. I forgot to turn it off earlier. I'm gonna run the battery down. I'm gonna use it. It's on. See, it's on. We'll set it right here. No, I can't set it there because the laptop will mess with it. Sometimes laptops will mess with it. That's not plugged up, so it shouldn't bother it. I need to set it where I can see it though. Let's set it right here. This little gray box here, if you wave your hand across the front of it, it'll light up. So if you want to do that, it'll light up and let me know that you're here. Hi, Bob. I saw a glowing orb fly past my car before in the middle of the road on my way to work. Oh, cool. Where is that at? Can you tell us what town that's in, Bob? Oh, you saw the blue light? Did you really? I want to see the blue light, but I don't see it. Fort Bragg. Okay, cool. That is awesome. You guys, if you're new here, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you'll know that we do a show. When we're doing a show, we do a show every Sunday night at 9. I am still working on doing multiple shows. We're probably going to start pretty soon doing 2 shows a week. And I want to kind of work up doing even more. But yeah, that's pretty cool that you guys are seeing these lights and stuff and shadows and everything. I wonder how much you guys can see if I turn the light off. We'll see what happens. Can y'all still see me? Can you see my face? Yes, you can. I look kind of freaky, don't I? All right. So I want to turn that off so that if we see another light, y'all see the light now, you should be able to see it better. So just let me know. It's very dark in here. I never realized how dark it is in here. The only light now is from my alarm system. The keypad to my alarm. Well, it's a touch screen and buttons to my alarm system. I'm in the way. You can't see it now. Bob, my husband and I met at Bragg back in 05. I was stationed there for 3.5 years. My husband was stationed there for 4 years before post to Fort Lewis. It's a small world, isn't it? and your eyes. Move toward the clock. Move toward the clock. Why don't I just get out of the picture altogether and let's see what happens. I don't know what that is. I see it now. Are y'all talking about the light right here? Is that the light right there? That little white or bluish light right there? Yes, that's what you're talking about. I know what it is. We debunked it. Yay. That's how you debunk stuff, guys. Get back in and turn the light on. I can actually see. It's really dark in here when the light's off. Ow. Bright light. Okay, where did I see you? Blue light, me too. There it is. 82nd. Yes, yes, yes. Everybody said yes, that's it. But it's always in the same spot. Yep. Oh my God, it's almost like a reflection of the damn phone. It's not a reflection of a damn phone, Andy. Hi, Andy, by the way. The first time we saw it was flashing. We have a troll. Be right back. What is it? Okay, John. It's through the curtain, so you would be blocking it now. Yeah, I found out what it is. Once I saw what y'all were talking about, what it is the house across the street from me has a floodlight outside his house. It does have like a blue tinge to it. And what it is it's reflecting off the ground, off the blacktop. And the reason it looks like it's fluttering is because there's azalea bushes in front of this window outside. The front of my house is formed like with azalea bushes. And what it is that lights, you see it, it's not really blinking. What happens is it's really, really windy because we had the bad storms last night and the wind is still kind of here. We're still having like 25 to 30 mile an hour winds. And that wind is blowing those bushes and it's getting like leaves are being pushed in front of that light. So it's like a light, but then the wind blows a leaf in front of it. You can't see it. So that's why it looks like it's blinking. So yeah, that's what it is that you guys are seeing. Now, I don't know what you guys were seeing over here, the shadow you were seeing over here. That could have been Toby. I don't know what that was. But that light is just an azalea bush in front of blaring out that light. That's all. I don't know what Andy's talking about of the damn phone. Oh my God, it's almost like a reflection of the damn phone. So I don't know what that is. Is he trolling or something? What are you talking about, Andy? Phone. I don't understand what you mean. You'll have to tell me. Oh damn! Oh darn! I thought it was Toby. Yeah. Was there blinking away and disappeared again? Yeah. It was there and it was blinking. It looked like it was blinking, but it's not really blinking. It's just the azalea bush being blown in the wind. Oh, I thought we had something. Hey, we debunked it. That's what we're supposed to do. When you get evidence, you try to debunk it. So that's a good thing. I have it on my TV when you cut the lights off. Boo Boo started growling at my TV. That's too funny. We'll watch the wall on his right, completely different from his left. Yeah, y'all keep watching over there and see if you see it anymore. Hey, Veronica's here. Hey, Veronica. When did you pop in? I didn't see you pop in. Hey, Shadows. Shadows is back. You guys remember, if you haven't subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. I'm trying to get my subscribers numbers up. So y'all hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Everybody right now, hit the like button. Thumbs up. Just do it. Come on. You know you want to. Just hit that thumbs up button for me. And if you haven't subscribed and hit the notification bell, please do that. We have a lot of fun every week. And it's fixed to be twice a week, at least twice a week. I'm going to work on getting it built up. He's making fun. Yeah, I think he was trying to make fun, but, you know, moron is a moron. The one on his right wall gets a little darker at times. Okay, I hit like. Thank you, Donna. Yeah, if you guys hadn't hit the like button, please do. And if you haven't subscribed and hit the notification bell, please do that. We have a good time. So just because we're supposed to, let's talk about building an effective team. All right. And like I said, if you have questions, feel free to shoot them out. All right. We don't have a problem with that. That's why we do this show. All right. So building an effective team, the first thing you want is the desire. And when I say the desire, I don't mean watching an episode of Ghost Hunters on TV and deciding, hey, I want to be a ghost hunter. You've got to love this, guys. To do a team, when you see the money you're going to spend, I akin it to golf. Golf is a pretty cool sport to play, but your chances of ever making any money playing it are very, very slim. Your chances of spending money on it are 100%, 110% real. Andy sounds like a troll. Yeah, he probably is. He didn't say anything after that, so it's no big deal. But paranormal's the same way, y'all. You're going to spend a lot of money. If I had to put a monetary value on all of our equipment that we've bought over the years, it would probably be this last time we spent over $2,000 on software and audio and video and laptop. And I mean, probably over the years, it would probably be somewhere between 5,000 to 6,000, maybe a little more. It may be closer to 10, but you can spend that in one shopping trip for the paranormal. I want a FLIR camera, and the FLIR camera I want is $11,500. So, you know, that's just one camera. So don't do this to get rich and famous, because you won't. I promise. You might get famous, but you're not going to get rich. People around the state don't know you. I have a lot of content. Well, not just around the state, but around the United States. I mean, people know CAPI, but you know, through the show and through our investigations and, you know, just everything that we've done. But yeah, just if you want to start a team for fame and fortune, don't do it, because you're not going to get that most likely. Even if you get called upon to do a show or something like that, which we have been, but we turned it down. We talked to the CW for a little while there. We had some negotiations with the CW to do a show, but when the topic of content came up, the whole negotiations and talking and all that stuff was actually really good. We hit it off. You know, the producers that I talked to and the casting agents and all that we talked to and everything was super nice people, super awesome. We talked for 2 weeks and, you know, did phone interviews and phone meetings and did this and that. And it was a lot of fun, you know, talking, you know, about this, and we were getting really hyped up about it too. But then whenever the topic of content came up, I said, they'd said something about, I don't remember exactly the words they said, but whatever it was they said kind of made me think that they would want us to do stuff that would be uh, maybe not quite real, to kind of bend the truth and kind of flub on a few things, and bake a few things and stuff like that. And I I made it. I said we talked for a while after I started feeling like that's what they were going to expect. And don't you dare! You can't make it. Holy crap! Wow, cats can jump, y'all. I just told Cass not to jump up on top of our cabinet because the cabinet's only about 2 feet from the ceiling, and these are 10-foot ceilings, or maybe 8 foot. No, they're 10-foot ceilings. And he was down here in a chair, a little chair, and I said, "Don't you jump up there." I said, "Don't do it," but he did. He jumped all the way up there, probably 6, 7 feet. Wow. Anyway, I got distracted. ADHD much? But yeah, they just wanted, and so finally I said, well, I'm just going to let you guys know right off the bat that I'm not comfortable with filling shows with content unless it's real. And they said, oh, wait a minute, you're one of those. And they're like, yeah, we would, probably have to make the show interesting, because they're in a business. And I understood where they were coming from. They're in a business. They didn't come to me and say, we want to make you a star. We want to put you on television. And that's all that we're going to get out of it is to put you on TV. And that's our only goal is just to make you look good. That's it. That's nothing else. We don't want anything else from this but to make you look good. That's all we want to do. And that's not. They wanted to make money, of course. They wanted to put a show that people would watch and continue to watch so that they could make lots and lots and lots of money. People always talk about stars make too much money when teachers and police officers don't. But stars don't make anything compared to what the production companies make. If you can afford to pay Tom Cruise $35 million to do a movie, how much are you making? So hundreds of millions of dollars. So uh, that's what they're in it for. They're in it for the business, of course, and I understood that. The only reason we even entertained doing it was because I was like, I can get the real paranormal to the mass millions, and that would be phenomenal. But yeah, when they started talking, excuse me, I'm sorry, when they started talking about filling content and stuff like that, whenever nothing happens, then I said, yeah, we can't do that. I'm sorry, and that was a deal breaker for both sides. So it sucks because I was kind of looking forward to it. I really wanted to get that type of message out to people about the paranormal because there's no show out there since the first show and till today that shows the real paranormal, and I still would jump at the chance to do it, but it had to be under our terms. And if we don't get it under our terms, then we don't do it. So, but like I said, I understood their point and I understood ours. So, but that's something I'm not willing to bend on. So you've got to have that kind of passion for the paranormal, to where you would turn down potential stardom, which is I've never really cared about anyway. But I don't really care if anybody out of my family knows who I am. If no one else other than the people that know Johnny Rushing right now knows Johnny Rushing, I'm okay with that. So I don't really care about all that crap. But uh, I don't do it for that. I do it because I love the paranormal. I'm passionate about the paranormal. So you've got to have that kind of commitment, that kind of passion about this. Um, and then the next thing you need are people that share that belief. Um, you also have to have patience with people to get a good team going, because you're going to have a lot of people that are what I call weekend warriors that want to do this, but they don't want to commit to it. They just want to do it, whenever it's convenient for them. And that doesn't always work because your client is your customer, basically. You don't make any money, but your client is your customer. Um, and so you've got to be able to find those people that are as passionate about it as you. I've had people that have been on this team that have left and never set foot back on another investigation a day in their life. I've had people on this team that have left and made other teams. Some of those teams are still going, some of those aren't. When someone joins CAPI and then they leave CAPI, I want them to leave CAPI because they want to start another team. I feel like I was successful with that person if that's what happens. If you leave CAPI and you're never doing another investigation, you say, I'm just done with this, I don't want to do it. Okay, that's fine. That's, you decided you didn't want to do it. But that's not a successful team member to me. A successful team member to me is someone who stays in it after they leave CAPI, starts another team, you know, and does it the right way, So uh, I've had people that's done that and their team are still going. I've had people that's done that and their team are still going and they did it in malicious ways. And that's fine, whatever. People show their true colors, so say la vie, but I've had other people, start their teams and at least two of those teams are still going today. And as far as I know, they're doing what they're supposed to do. They're doing it the right way. So you got to have those kind of people. You got to have those people that are very passionate about the paranormal to be in it with you. You need a great support group. All right. Next thing you need for a good team is funding. Unfortunately, like I said, I've always said we never charge for investigations. We don't pay to do investigations. We'll pay fees like if we're doing like a historical site and there's a charge to be there, like a museum or battlegrounds or whatever, and they charge the general public to come in. We'll pay those fees to do it if we can afford it. Right now, CAPI couldn't afford to pay a dime to use the bathroom, but because the merchandise is not selling anymore, you people stopped buying. Stop buying again, please. I gotta eat. I'm hungry. I'm very hungry. Buy the merch. but, I'm hungry for investigations, but you got to have that funding. Now, there's a right way to get that funding and a wrong way to get that funding. Unfortunately, I would like to tell you, because I've been in this for 42 years, that I've always done it the right way. But that is not true. I've not always done it the right way. Um, when I first started CAPI, for example, I bought the equipment out of my pocket. I bought uh, everything that we needed. Um, Whatever we needed. If we needed a camera, I went and bought a camera. If we needed a video camera, I went and bought a video camera. If we needed notepads, I went and bought notepads. If we need flashlights, I bought flashlights. If we needed digital recorders, I bought digital recorders. I bought a whole kit. Um, that's the way I was doing it. After a while, it got to a point to where I had 10, 15 people on the team, and I was having to pay for everything. And so I said, and that's not the right way to do it. You don't want one person doing that because it'll burn them out. It got to a point where I was like, do I pay the light bill or do I pay for this piece of equipment? And so finally I called a team meeting. I said, guys, we got to get together. I said, we got to talk. I got something I got to say. So we got together and I said, look, I've always said I do not bring monetary things into this team and I never will. But here's the issue. I'm going broke. I'm buying all this stuff and I can't keep doing it. I by myself. I said, hey, you guys are enjoying the investigations that were going on, because we were doing 2 and 3 a week, back then, and because it was a new town and new places, and we were going to put together the tours, and so we were just doing investigation after investigation after investigation, and so kind of like we was in Wetumpka, and so it got to a point where I just said, look, I can't keep doing this. I mean, I would go pick people up, at their house. They're like, oh, I want to go, on this investigation this weekend, but I can't because I don't have the gas, to get there. I'm like, well, I'll come pick you up. That's fine. I'll go pick you up and take you home when we're done. I was going way out of my way to pick people up. And I was like, man, I'm either going to have to buy a bus or stop doing this, So I went to the whole team. I put them together and I said, look, I hate to do this, and I hope everybody stays on the team. I hope you don't leave the team, but we got to do a dues. We got to do it, to get us started, to get us going. We got to do it. And so I said, okay, $25 a month. If you want to be on CAPI, you got to pay $25 a month. And your first due is due now. Right now. We needed a couple of EVP recorders or I don't know, a couple of EMF detectors. I don't remember what it was we needed, but we needed it quick. Sorry, y'all know when I talk, I yawn. And so I said, y'all got to pay. We got to pay. We got to do dues. Well, the great thing about it was I built a team that was passionate about the paranormal. And not only did everyone pay, but no one left. No one said, well, you know what? I'm done. I'm not going to pay money to do this. You said you wouldn't charge me. I'm not going to pay money to do this. Everybody said, yeah, you're right, Johnny. You've been paying for everything. It's time we step up. We're 100% behind you. And everybody did. And then, so for a little over a year, we had a $25 a month due that people had to pay. And they did. And the people would come to me and say, hey, I can't pay this month. I've got, light bill, rent, all this stuff has been done. And I would tell them, I'm like, okay, we're not kicking you off the team because you can't pay. I just needed some help. And so people would uh, help out, basically. They would. I had a couple of times people would come to me and say, hey, so and so, I heard so and so couldn't pay this month, and I'm like, yeah, they couldn't. But it's cool. We're okay. And they said, no, we can't have that. I'll pay for them. And then they would. I had a few team members that did that several times for other people. So, and it happens, that's because you form a family like us right now. We're a family. The CAPI fans are my family. I love you guys. I end every show with an I love you and have a paranormal week. And I don't do that just because it's a trademark, or something to say. I do it because I do. I love you guys. I've met most of you guys. I've interacted with you. I can't wait to meet everybody else. I'm so excited to meet Melissa and her family. I want to see you guys so bad. I don't know why, but I guess because you're one of the few that I haven't actually met yet, and I want to meet Veronica and Katie face to face. But I love every one of you guys, and that's the camaraderie and the family and the kinship that you want to build on a team. For have an effective team, you want to build that. You want to get that, and because when you do, you have people that care about each other, and they care about the paranormal because they're passionate about it, and they share your views, and they share your passion with it, and they want to do as best as they can. And when people love each other and they care about their team's reputation and stuff like that, they do better. If I'm on an investigation with somebody I just don't really care about, or whatever, I'm like, I don't really want to impress this person. Who cares what they think of me? They can go to hell if they don't like the way I do something, But that's not the way it is with a true team, a family oriented team. You have, like if I'm on an investigation with Corey and John, I want Corey and John to see the best investigator Johnny can be. Not just because I'm their leader and I want that, do as I do kind of thing. That is part of it. I do want to portray myself in a way that I want my, other leaders in my team to see, and to mirror that in the way that they handle stuff. I mean, yeah, of course, that's what a good leader does. That's a leader of anything, whether it be paranormal or a business, of course, that's what you want. But you want that same passion to overflow into them. So you want that same, and you also want the same methods, because these are the methods that you've taught them in your class and that you've showed them in your investigations, and you want to keep that going. And if you keep that mindset that I'm always teaching, I'm always showing, I'm always leading, and I'm not just leading because I'm the boss, I'm leading because I'm showing you an example of tried and true experience, of 40 years of investigating, and 40 years of studying and knowing. And you want that, I love being able to tell people that Cappy has over 60 years combined experience in the paranormal. How freaking cool is that, man? So I mean, you want to keep that going. You want to have that passion, not just with you, but with your entire team. And because you have that, your team's going to do better. If I'm on an investigation with, say, Corey and John, and they're doing something, John's going to do the best job he possibly can. Why? Because he cares about my opinion. He cares about Corey's opinion. Same way with me. I care about what Corey thinks about me as a leader, as an investigator. I care about what John thinks of me as an investigator. excuse me, I care about what they think about me. And that's the kind of camaraderie and the family ship that you want when you're building your team. And once you get that, everything's good. Then the next thing you need when you're building a team is you need people that's not afraid to step out there. You know, we don't know if the parachute's going to come out when we pull the ripcord, but we're still going to jump out of the freaking plane to find out. That's what you want. That's the kind of attitude you want. John, for example, I'm using him as an example because he's new, but he's the last ever since he's been on CAPI, since I told him he was case manager, since I told him he was a member, ever since he's been on here, he's been friggin' phenomenal. He's been wide friggin' open. You know, it's his job, his family, his job, and then CAPI. And CAPI is not. I mean, it's like there is no job and family. I know John still puts them first, and I told him he better always put his family and his career first because your career is your family. That's how you care for your family. And I told him that. I said that's how it's family, career, religion, CAPI, and that's the way it always better be for everybody on my team. It's the way it is for me. Um, but ever since he's been on this team, he's just been balls to the wall. I mean, 100%, and then some. You know, if someone said, how would you describe John, in percentage of performance? I would say 150%, because not only has he done exactly what the team manager's supposed to do, but he's freaking done 50% more. He was promoted in a week, for crying out loud. I mean, and I know that's because of his passion for the paranormal. It's not just that he wants to see that us to see he's doing a good job and that he can handle the job. We already know that, and he knows we know that. It's his passion for the paranormal. He wants it to succeed. He wants to do the investigations. He wants to collect evidence. He wants to uh, be able to come to me or Corey and say, "Hey, look what I found," or "Look what I found in the case study," or "Look what I did during the investigation and that got us this, this, and this." And that's not John patting himself on the back. That's John gathering evidence. All right. That's the kind of stuff you want. That's the kind of people you want. All right. Next thing you need is, still staying on that stepping out of the plane before you know if your chute's going to open topic. You want those people that are not afraid. John's not afraid to talk to nobody. John's not afraid to talk to nobody. I promise you. John will come to me and say, "Hey, I talked to so and so, so and so." I said, "Well, we've talked to this person before or this site before," and they said, "Never, you can't ever do it." John's like, "I don't give a crap what they said. I'm still going to talk to them," and he does. And he just goes talk to them. And then he calls me up and he says, "They got the board meeting on it. I bugged them, and now the board's meeting. They put it before their board, and they're meeting on it. They're going to let us know." Or this person has set an investigation for next month. And this is, when we're going to go. And this is the reports I get from John. I've already made this list of people of potential sites, and this is what I'm doing to make that list happen. Yeah, I mean, that's the kind of reports that I get. So that's what you need. You need those people that are able to do that, or you need to be able to do that too. The next thing you need is an effective and educated case management team, or case study team, I should say. You need a great leadership set. Like right now, it's me, Corey, and John, and that leadership set has already proven to be wonderful. I'm gonna get to y'all's comments in just a second. I'm missing some. I'm gonna get to them, but the next thing you need after that are those people that are not afraid to jump out there, and then see if their parachute's going to open. Those people that are not afraid to do that extra mile, do that extra 50%, go above the 100. Is the people under them. You need those people. You need good soldiers. You need people that are gonna show up to investigations, be available for investigations, and know what to do once they get there, through training and experience. Um, and then once you got all of that in place, the only thing else you need is sites. And if all of that stuff, from the passion to the beginning to the finances to the and to get those finances, if you start your team, and to get to those finances, if you have to charge people, $25 a month or $50 a month now, it should be a little more now. That was 20 years ago that we did $25 a month. It'd be like $25 a week now. No, I'm just kidding. But once you're starting out, it's very expensive. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's super expensive. Stuff is not cheap. I mean, you can get the cheap stuff, but you're gonna get cheap results. So get the nice stuff. But it is kind of expensive when you're first starting out. I mean, we would have to go spend thousands of dollars to get the equipment that we have right now. If we just started our team today and we wanted to get it to the level that we are right now on the first day, that's thousands, that we'd have to go spend that we just wouldn't have. So uh, put put all that together, and once you have, and if your finances, if you have to charge people, that's fine. And if you don't want to do that, if you don't want to say, hey, well, it's going to cost $50 a month to be on our team, or you got to pay $110 a year to be on our team, or you got to pay, $500 a year to be on our team, which is a good starting point, $500 a year. And tell people, say, if you got 10 people that wants to do a team, and you say, hey, it's $500, let's start it up. As soon as you get the money, you can be on the team, whatever. And then say, hey, you don't have to pay that again for another 5 years or for another year. And then throughout the year they can pay it or whatever, how you want to handle that or whatever. But you need those finances. Don't try to do it on your own. Get your team to help you out. Okay. So ever how you want to set it up, that's fine. So, but if you have a positive, passionate person all about paranormal on your team, and they're great, and they just don't have the money, they just can't afford to keep, to pay that much money, and when you're first starting out, or something like that, don't let them go because of that. Keep them. Just let them know. Say, hey, pay it when you can. Everybody else is contributing, so you got to contribute too. You still want to make them pay. It's kind of like I do the class. I don't make any money off that class. The class actually cost me money at $25 a pop. And the last class I did it for $10 a pop because it was a special for the new show. But now it's $25 a pop. I don't promise you I do not make any money off of that. It still costs me money to do that class. CAPI makes nothing off that class at all. I should charge. I've been told before that I should charge more so that we could buy stuff for the class and for the show and for the team and all that. But I don't do it because of that. I do it because I want the real paranormal to be out there. So I'll never charge what it's worth. Anyway, I do that. I do that charges for the class for 2 reasons. One is so that it doesn't cost CAPI so much money that it's hurting us. It only costs us, it does cost us a little much to do it at $25 at the pop. It does. We do go in the hole there a little bit, but not so much that's going to kill us. And the other reason I do it is because I want people to be serious. You're not going to pay $25 to take a class you're not serious about. So actually, some people have done that before. I've had people take the class just because they wanted to take a paranormal class and they never wanted to do an investigation. I've had some people take the class before that just wanted to make fun of it too. That's fine with me. I don't care. I got the $25. So, and then you're not going to get a certificate because you didn't do the participation like you were supposed to. So, but anyway, that's what you need to do. Get all those components, put them together. And once you've got that, and if everything is tried and true and the passion's really there and you've gotten your finances out of the way and you're able to do it. And then once you got those people in place and the leadership people in place and then those soldiers under them, once you've got them in place and they're not afraid to run to the Chamber of Commerce and say, hey, we want a list of haunted places in this area. They're not afraid to talk to the old guys that sit outside the barbershop that'll tell you more stories than any historic preservation society ever could. Talk to your kids as friends and ask them what are the legends around here, what are the wise tales around here, stuff like that. And then get out there and start investigating and know your equipment, know how to use it, know how to retract evidence from it, know what to do with the evidence afterwards, know what evidence is usable and not usable. And all that comes from experience and calling me up. I have teams call me up. I couldn't tell you how many times a team leader has called me up and say, hey, how do you guys get how do you know which ones you can use and which ones you can't? What is your procedure for a personal experience? Or what do you do when you have a team member that does this, this, and this? Or what do you do whenever you have a situation? There's nothing wrong with that. And I've called people before too. Back in the day, I've called many of people. God rest his soul, Professor Ranowski. I've bent his ear so many times. Not bit. I'm not Tyson. I bent his ear so many times that it wasn't funny, and he was always there. So, but you'll always, have that support with CAPI. If you got a team and you're doing it right and you're keeping it within the buoys and between the white lines, then I'm always going to be there for you and let you know. All right, so let me catch up on some comments because I missed so much running my mouth. But okay, I saw that. I wouldn't do it for the money, but for the excitement experience. That's right. People on TV don't make what you think they do. Some of them do. Not all of them, but some of them do. I'm good friends with a couple of famous people. Never tell a cat they can't make it. Yeah, right. Yeah, I should have known he could have made that, but it sure didn't look like it. You think anything that happens on those shows is real? No, Cassandra, I don't. Reality TV is just that, reality TV. That's all. If I hit the like button, my like will go off. Cause already on. Oh, you're so awesome, Veronica. I've investigated with a couple of people who do shows, and I believe some of it is real, not all of it. I 100% fake on if it's on TV. Even the stuff that is real is fake. You have to understand what that means, Melissa. Just because it really happened, it doesn't mean that it's real. Okay, it can be real. It can be used. Um, if it's on the show and they're doing stuff to fake stuff, even the real stuff doesn't count. See what I'm saying? I hope you understand what I'm saying there. Johnny's sending a message to the Cappy Facebook page about something else we talked about yesterday. Okay, cool. I'll read it. We paying dues would help Cappy. Oh, that would just be for members, Donna. You're so sweet. Don't you send me no money. So I'm checking into my hotel, and the front desk lady saw my hoodie and told me at least once a year she wakes up with large, pronounced bruises in the shape of handprints on her inner thighs. Wow. Hey, leave that alone. Stop it. You're making too much noise. If y'all can hear that, I'm sorry. Cass is in the closet playing with a box. He's such a nut. But yeah, nocturnal abuse is not unheard of in the paranormal. I mean, there's people that wake up all the time with scratches, bruises, handprints, um, headaches, shortness of breath, chest pains, all that stuff that is related to the paranormal. So yeah, that's definitely possible. I would want to know what other things happen besides that. That would be the first question I would ask John. Is I would ask her what other stuff has happened besides that. I have to go. Will you be on next Sunday, which is Easter? Um, no, we will not be on next Sunday, Diane. I hope you're still here. I'm sorry I didn't see that, but no, we will not be back on next Sunday. We won't be on Easter. People want to spend time with their families during Easter, so no, we will not be on Easter. I hope I think I said that a couple of weeks ago, but just to let everybody know again, to reiterate that, we will not be on. There will not be a show next Sunday. Easter Sunday, there will not be a show. I've never been a leader, always a follower in anything. Donna, you could be a leader. Yes, you could be a leader, Donna. Anybody can. I don't believe in that. People can lead. Some people can lead. Some people can't. Anybody can lead, given the chance, given the knowledge and the chance. You can be a leader. No, can't handle the stress. McDonald made me a team leader, and in 2 weeks, I demoted myself. Well, some people don't want to be a leader. No, you have to want to be a leader to be a leader. I do agree with that. Everybody has the ability, but something you have to want to do it. So yeah, if you don't want to do it, you can't do it. Did the cat move the curtains? Probably, Brianna. It's most likely, yeah. He's always messing with the curtains. Donna, you have to change that. You need to have the confidence to know you're good enough to be a leader. Change your mindset around. Exactly. Very well said, Katie. Would wouldn't a ghost be cold blooded? I mean, I missed something else. Sorry, I got too far down. You do know that ghosts aren't real, correct? No, Bob, I don't know that. That would be kind of dumb to do this show if I do that, wouldn't it? That's kind of a silly question to ask a paranormal show. If I knew that, then I wouldn't be doing this show. That's kind of a weird question to ask, but okay. Just because you don't believe them, it makes them not real. Are you God, Bob? Oh my God, God is here. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry, Bob. I'm sorry, God. Oh man. Bob bless you. I'm so sorry. That's your opinion. Yep, that's his opinion. Well, so far I'm signed up online to take courses to get my high school diploma. Better late than never. There you go, Donna. Awesome. Bob, they have seen in spirit before myself. All right, Bob says, why would a ghost have a heat signature? Camera work and suspense. Ghosts don't have heat signatures. Wouldn't a ghost be cold blooded? No, it wouldn't be cold blooded. It wouldn't be cold blooded or warm blooded. It would be no blooded. There's no blood in a ghost. Why would there be blood? Blood is to operate the body, not the spirit. Bob is very misinformed. Do ghosts have awareness then, and are they just assholes? Bob is an idiot. Bob is a moron. I don't usually like trolls, but I like Bob. Bob or God, whichever one he is kind of, he's kind of a moron, but I like him. Do ghosts have awareness then? Yes, they do have awareness. Some of them. Are they just assholes? I love the way you asked that. That is so cool. Bob, all those devices that they use for temperatures just to show change in temperature from the surrounding area. Very well said, Richard. Is Bob still here? Bob, are you still here? I hate that I missed you. You're an idiot, but I hope you're still here. The ghosts have I already saw that one. A heat sensor shows where something shows a cold spot if a spirit is close to. Okay, yeah, good way, good. Kind of, I don't know what she was there, but yeah, I see what you're saying. She is hearing footsteps in videos. Why do ghosts always destroy crap or scare people? Why don't they ever help anybody? They do, Bob, just not you. I like Bob. Bob's an idiot, but I do like Bob. Bob is awesome. They do. They don't always destroy stuff, Bob. I don't know where you've been seeing your ghosts. If you don't believe in ghosts, then why are you asking these questions? I don't get it. Ghosts aren't real. Why do they destroy stuff and scare people? What? Are y'all seeing this? Am I the only one? He's like, ghosts, ghosts aren't real, right? Well, that's a stupid question to ask I'm not calling you stupid, Bob. You're a moron, but I'm not calling you stupid. I just said that's a stupid question to ask someone on a paranormal show. They're not real, right? Well, that would be stupid of me, wouldn't it, to be doing this show if I knew they wasn't real. But are y'all seeing this? He says ghosts aren't real. And then he asks, why do they destroy stuff? That's like saying cars don't exist. Why do they keep having wrecks? What? I like Bob. Bob is awesome. How many do we have join for meet and greet? I don't know yet. We'll have to look on the RSVP. The demons are just a way to let you know the pay are here. That's demons are just a way to let you know the pay are here. I don't know what you're saying, Don. I'm sorry. All right, Rich said, actually, I have heard of cases where ghosts have helped people. They are around, but it's hard for them to do such because they are not solid. Yeah, there's countless cases, Richard. He's a moron. But yeah, he's cool though. I like him. But yeah, he's very ignorant on the subject. Her boyfriend thinks it attached to her and won't allow an investigation because he thinks it would make things worse. Well, that sucks. Yeah, you get those cases, John, whenever that happens. So you just have to kind of, just wait it out or get her to talk to him. You can ask them, get them to give you permission to talk to him too. So where are you located, Bob? Yeah, where are you at, Bob? John, do you guys have a medium? Yes, Richard, we do. My views on mediums, Richard, is some of them have proved. I've had two prove to me without a shadow of a doubt that they are mediums, and I've had thousands tell me that they are. So I'm kind of iffy on that. I have a little test I put people through on that. But yes, we do have a medium. Bob, sign up for the one-on-one class. The fingernails. Yeah, he should take the class on ghosts that aren't real. The fingernails are in the print. Fingernails are in the print. John just spurts out stuff sometimes, and I have no idea where he's going with it. Bob, you need the class. He does need the class. He should take the class. I would love for Bob to take the class. God doesn't need, it wouldn't be a good class though, because I wouldn't stop messing with him. God doesn't need help. Well, Bob does. I'll pay for you to take the class, Bob. Katie. Katie's so awesome. I know Katie. She's like bent over laughing. Right. I will pay for you to take the class. Bob wants to believe. He does want to believe. He wants to be a believer, y'all. I know Bob's a ghost. Bob is a ghost. You funny guy. Baba's just angry because he's still attached to the skull. Bob's just angered because he's still attached to the skull, right? Ghosts are unable to travel. Why do they all go to Hawaii? Okay, at this point, I think Bob is just being facetious. I mean, I know he's a moron, but I think ghosts are unable to travel. Why don't they all go to Hawaii? Why don't every human on Earth go to Hawaii? That's a silly question. I know what he's saying. He's saying if they're unable, or ghosts are unable to travel, if they were able to travel, they would all go to Hawaii. He's saying Hawaii is the best place on Earth, so why don't all the ghosts just go to Hawaii and be in Hawaii? But it just shows his ignorance. They're not. If that was true, then why doesn't every human on Earth go to Hawaii, Bob? I'll throw that one back at you. If all the ghosts should go to Hawaii if they can travel, then why don't? And you still saying ghosts are unable to travel, like that's a statement. How can they be unable to travel if they don't exist in the first place, Bob? Medium Pepsi, that's about the only medium worth of crap. You like Pepsi? That says so much about you, Bob. That says so much about you. It really does. It says so much about you, Bob, that you like Pepsi. I don't like Pepsi. I like something else other than Pepsi. Okay, where are we at? Medium Pepsi. Yep. John Bow and me too. I'll pay Bob class. I will give Bob a class for free. Education is key, Bob. Y'all just got to know Katie. Katie sounds like she just said, "Oh, I'll pay for it. If he wants to take the class, I'll pay for it." Education is key, Bob. That's not what's happening here. I promise you. You have someone claiming to be a medium. Do you guys have someone claiming to be a medium? No. I have someone that is a medium that has proved it 100%. Bob lives in Hawaii. That's what it is. Bob is the tourism director for Hawaii. They wouldn't be able to enjoy it, right? Yeah, that would suck to live there and not be able to do anything. Bob said he lives at Fort Bragg. Fort Bragg is in North Carolina. Yeah. Bob, this is why we don't do drugs because Hawaii doesn't have any good bookstores. Any good bookstores. Sounds like one of those jokes you'd get off the bubblegum wrappers. Why don't ghosts like Hawaii? Because they don't have any good bookstores. Yes, they do travel. Yeah, they do travel because they do. Medium would be able to help her specifically if they truly are. I'm more of a rare, but I'll take a medium. I like medium well myself, so I like medium. Well, yeah, because me and Cassandra, yep, I do too, Cassandra. That's what I just said. Ask a stupid question. What got me liking Bob so much is the fact that not only did he say ghosts aren't real, but then he started saying the stuff that ghosts do. I mean, it was literally like saying, you know what? I don't know if you know it or not, because you guys, I got this car show on YouTube. You know cars aren't real, right? I mean, come on. How can you be thinking that cars are real? And by the way, why do they always crash? He's not even a good troll. Why do ghosts always wear clothes? Who does their dry cleaning? Now you're just being an idiot. Now I'm just going to go ahead and say stupid at this point. That's just you're not even asking good questions anymore. They don't always wear clothes, by the way, Bob. Who does their dry cleaning? You're such a moron. At first, you actually had a little bit of sense. You're starting to get, I'm losing you now, Bob. You're losing me, actually. I was in your corner, man. I know you're a troll. I know you're a moron that just wants to mess with people, and that's fine. Do that. That's what gives you your jollies. Please, I will be your victim. Go for it. But I was like with you because you were being facetious, but you were being intelligent at the same time. Now you're just being a complete idiot with no intelligence whatsoever. And you're losing me, man. I can't fight for you if you don't help me, man. You got to help me out, bub. Come on, Bubba. You got to help me out, man. You can't ask questions like, why do ghosts always wear clothes? Who does their dry cleaning? I mean, come on. How can I defend that? I can't defend that, man. People are just going to know you're a moron. I mean, I can't defend that. You got to help me out, buddy. What was after that? Good night, Brianna. Oh, Bree, you got to go up early tomorrow. Okay, Bree. Night. See you not next Sunday. Hey, if you can make it, our meet and greet is next Sunday, or next Saturday, excuse me. But if you can't make it, we'll see you 2 weeks from now. Bob is trying to take my job as a comedian in our group. He can't take your job, Donna. Don't worry about that. He can't, definitely. He's not even being funny anymore. I was on his side until he started asking questions like the dry cleaning crap and all that stuff. That's just, and traveling and all that while they go to Hawaii. I mean, he was being intelligent. He was being a douche, but he was being an intelligent douche. Now he's just being an idiot. So yeah, I can't defend him. You got to help me out, Bob. You got to do something better than dry cleaning. Come on, buddy. I can't defend you if you do stuff like that. Bob, do you need a hug? Melissa, I think Bob needs a hug. I really do. I think we should all give Bob a virtual hug right now. Bob, I do their dry cleaning. Duh. How would you not know that? Katie is the spirit dry cleaner of the South. What the hell, Bob? Have you not seen the commercials? Oh, thank you so much, Bob. I was getting so serious with that, talking about how you got to be a good leader and you got to have good finances to begin with, and you're going to have to step on some toes because you got to charge. Don't try to do it all on your own, and blah, 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 blah. It was just getting so serious. And then Bob comes. And through his idiocy, he has made us all laugh. And for that, we thank you, Bob. And I was on your side. I was in your corner too, bro. I was trying to help you out, man. I was defending you. I was like, Bob's a moron, but, there is some intelligence to his facetiousness. But now you lost me. I can't even defend you anymore. Yeah, well, he said he saw an orb on his way to work in the beginning. Yep. Was that the same guy though? Was it? Let's make sure. I think it was. Let me see. I can't find where he first. Yeah, yeah, there it is. Bob Harris. I saw a glowing orb fly past my car before in the middle of the road on the way to work. And then we asked him where he's from and blah 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 blah. And him and Katie was like same place and all this stuff. And then so yeah, now it was, and then I think he was sober when we first started, but I think he hit the crack pipe just like maybe 2 or 3 hits, and then he started getting into his like crackhead state, and then either that or he's like drinking tequila or something. I don't know. I think at first he was kind of sober, maybe buzzing a little bit. He said, "Hey, I think I'll get on here and screw with these people because I don't have a life." But then he got drunk and just lost it. I guess that's what happens. I don't know. Yeah, Donna does make their clothes. That's right. Donna makes the clothes, and Katie dry cleans them. That way they don't have to be naked. I wish you would have done that for me a few years ago when I saw the naked man ghost. That would have been awesome because I didn't want to see what I saw. I think Bob's a tween. You think so? You don't think he's in the army? He's either a tween idiot or a grown idiot. One of those. Bob, did you leave us? Oh my gosh, don't leave, dude. I think he's related to Toby. Hey, don't talk about Toby like that. That's not very nice, Cassandra. Wow, 2 whole weeks, no Cappy. That sucks. I'm sorry. I can't do a show on Easter weekend on Easter Sunday. I can't ask people to put their lives away to watch me for 2 hours on Easter Sunday, and I want to be with my family too, Donna. That's all. I might come on and say hey or something like that. Just say hey. I hope you guys are having a good Easter or whatever. But yeah, we're not gonna. Yeah, I can't do a show. We're gonna do the meet and greet Saturday, but then after that, it'll be a week from that Sunday before the next show. I'm so sorry. We have to do that though. People have to be with their families. Remember, families first, way above Cappy, way above Cappy. I mean, I'm all over the billboards for spirits dry cleaning. Get with it, Bob. She is. I mean, why would anybody not know that you were like the ghost dry clean lady? That's just crazy. And that how would they not know that Donna makes their spirit clothes? Oh Lord, in the army, we are in trouble. An army brat, you think so? Okay, Richard. Take care, man. Sorry if we ran you off. We don't always be mean to people, but he started it. Thank you for joining us, Richard. I hope we see you again. Yeah, we had guests tonight. We should not be like that. Bob brought it on himself, though. Well, if he's from Fayetteville, North Carolina, he's probably with some hookers from Bragg Boulevard and doing some meth by now, probably. F5. Good night, Richard. Yeah, good night, Richard. Take care, man. You and Margaret both. And I hope to get to see you guys. Richard, are you still here? Or have you already gone? Tell me if you're here. Is he coming to meet and greet? Who? Richard? No. They've got a thing next weekend, but he's going to try to make it to the next one, I think he said. Unless we ran him off tonight. Then he's already gone. I'll PM him. I had something to tell him, but I'll PM him. Guys, I think that's going to do it for me tonight, too. He's definitely not a soldier. I can tell you that. Yeah, he doesn't. I don't think Bob is anything. I think Bob is just a troll, just a moron. No, he's gone. Bob's gone. Fine, Bob. I hate that he left. I hate when they leave so soon. When you start really getting them and then they leave. Come back, Bob. I know, right? Please don't go. We were just getting started. Well, guys, it's going to call it for me, too. It's 2 hours and 45 minutes show. I think it was a good show. Um, if you haven't already, go hit the like button. And if you haven't already, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you'll know when we're on. I am working on topics so that we can do 2 shows a week. I do not have a topic for the next show, which will be, when is that, John? When is our next show? Bet y'all get it before you. Oh, I'm sorry, Katie. Yep, we're gonna call it quits for the night. I don't. Why can't I see what it is? 28. Thank you, John. He's so much faster than I am. I'm telling you, he's our new radar. John is amazing. Um, whoa, my phone doing that? Oh yeah, it was my phone. My phone doesn't set this off. Yeah, it does too. Wow. K2 was going crazy, but it was my phone. Let's see. Yeah, the 28th. Johnny beat Johnny. John beat Johnny. That's right. John beat Johnny. Well, good night, y'all. See you Saturday night. Yes, Melissa, we'll see you Saturday. I'm so looking forward to meeting you guys. It'll be next weekend after you have Easter dinner. You can't go a week without us. I know. It's gonna suck, man. Um, I might pop on for a little while after Easter dinner. I don't know. Y'all kind of expect of me to not be on next Sunday, but I may pop on just for a little while. Good night, sweet dreams. Going to look this crazy CPAP machine up. Bless your heart. I hate those things. I couldn't do it. I mean, I couldn't do it. I kept tearing mine up in my sleep. Anyone who's planning on going to the meet and greet, please post a message on event. How many people are coming with you, please? John, right now, it's only going to be one with me. Um, I think Corey's got one coming with him. Well, technically, Corey's coming and Tyler's coming, I'm sure, and they're not really coming with each other. They're coming with each other, but they don't count as 1+1 because they're both going to be there. They're both on the team. I don't know how I'm saying that, but so far, right now, it's just going to be me and Dakota on my end. But I wish he would go live. Who, Bob? Where is that page, John? Y'all PM him because I'm fixing to hit it. Thank y'all so much. Plan on me not being on next Sunday, but if I get a chance, I may pop on for just a little while just to say hi. And yes, show that. But I'm definitely going to do a show during the vacation time, so we don't have to worry about that show being missed too. So during the time I'm on vacation, there still will be a show. I don't know exactly when that is, but it'll be a show. Even if I'm not the one doing it, there will be a show. All right. So thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. It was an awesome night. We almost went 3 hours this time. Saturday night, the meet and greet for all of us who can't be there. Yes, we will do a live. Well, if we don't do that, we'll do a face-to-face or FaceTime or whatever it's called. We will do some. Yes. If anyone has issues getting on that link, message me. Yes, Katie. John and Corey will definitely take care of that. We will definitely go live or do a FaceTime or whatever. We'll probably do a live, Facebook Live or something like that. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But yes, we will definitely go live so you guys that can't be there can still see it and still interact and talk to us. Love you guys so much. Y'all have a great, great Easter. Be with your family. Remember the reason for the season. Please don't forget that part. It's not about a rabbit. It's definitely not about a bunch of eggs. We love you guys so much. I can't wait to be back here. Back here with you guys in 2 weeks. May try to pop in Sunday. I'm not going to promise you, but I may try to pop in. But you guys, as always, I love you. I mean that from my heart. You guys have a paranormal week, and I can't wait to meet everybody that's coming out to the meet and greet next Saturday. Bring your appetite and your questions. We're going to have an awesome, awesome time, as always. All right. So good night, you guys. Have an awesome week. Awesome paranormal week.